when we talk about what's behind the bottle, let me ask you something. Is it a valuable benefit to a staff member, to a new employee in your salon? Is it a benefit to work in a place that has integrity? Is that a benefit? Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that these other manufacturers who sold their companies did anything illegal, because they didn't. But when you talk about integrity, and that's what's behind the bottle, and you better believe that that's a strong asset for people who work within your salon, within your school. And that's a part of what they're looking for. We talk about that strong culture. You know, sometimes in the salon, it's like this, it's like Survivor, right? It's like divide and conquer. I vote you off my island at the salon. You're the weakest link. And let's eliminate that new Paul Mitchell graduate that just started to come work for us, right? We learn out there that it's about divide and conquer. It's about, for whatever reason, we can dismiss people, vote people off of our islands in the salon. And yeah, graduates get hired into that type of a salon. Do they want to stay there? Absolutely not. And why should they? Why should they? Or they come to the first staff meeting. Let me ask you something. When staff meetings are announced in your salon, does the staff jump up and down and say, "Yay, staff meeting"? Not in the majority of salons. And so I don't care how much you threaten people to show up to that type of a staff meeting, they're not going to be there. And again, why should they? People avoid pain. So when we talk about that positive, wonderful culture, it is that new school. It's a culture of inspiring people. And let me tell you something. We work hard at this. It's a lot of work every single day to try to inspire each other. You know, study after study shows that when a staff is laughing with each other and having fun, what happens to creativity? Goes up. What happens to retail sales? It goes up. What happens to absenteeism? It diminishes. And so that's that new school culture that our graduates are looking for. So I don't believe that people just work in your salon, they join your salon. I don't believe that customers just spend money in your salon, they join your salon. People want something to belong to, something that makes a difference in their lives, something that's bigger than themselves. And so, you know, maybe they think, wow, you know, I can't write out, you know, a $5,000 check to fit new legs on a woman who had her legs blown off, but I stand behind the bottle. I stand along with the company that makes a difference. Employees want to belong to that. Customers want to spend money in that type of a salon or school. So when we talk about what's behind the bottle, a healthy, positive culture is behind that bottle. You know, is your salon culture a culture of encouraging people, or is it a culture of attacking people? Is your salon culture one that creates magic or one that creates drama? And boy, people just love that negative drama, right? So you walk in, oh, you think your life is so bad? Wait to hear what's going on with me. They drag you to the back. This salon sucks. 5 minutes later, you're thinking, maybe this salon does suck. And that's been going on in some of your salons for a long time. And now, who is privy to that scene? Mine and John Paul's brand new Paul Mitchell graduates. We care about them. When we turn them over to you, we want to know that you're caring for them too. We want to know that you're doing all that you can to create a positive culture for them. The second thing that we believe our graduates are looking for is that strong commitment to ongoing education. Because again, people do want to grow. People want to grow. See, the purpose of education, you know, I learned this years ago from Tommy Callahan. The purpose of all education is to change behavior. Meaning, if you all come to the gathering this week, you go back to your salons and nothing changes, did you learn anything? No. So it's all about change in behavior. Now, some of us were together 6 months ago. Some of us were together, a year or so ago. So let's, find out how we're doing. Let's find out how we're doing. Those of you who in your salon are practicing better customer service today, better today than you were a year ago, please stand up. Congratulations. Sit down. Those of you who are making more money today than you were a year ago, stand up. Angus just sits. Come on, dude. Congratulations. Sit down. Yeah, we all know better, don't you? Those of you who within the last 6 months have become a non-smoker, please stand up. Congratulations. Sit down. Those of you who are in better health today than you were a year ago or 6 months ago, stand up. See, the rest of them are too tired to stand up. Those of you whose intimate relationships have more purpose and passion today than they did 6 months ago, stand up. Congratulations, sit down. Now, is all of this a part of being behind the Paul Mitchell bottle? Yeah. Yeah, we're not just concerned that you're cutting better hair, although we want you to be cutting better hair. We're not just interested in you doing better color, although we want you to do better color. Being behind the bottle at John Paul Mitchell Systems is about so much more than that. It's about these things, these victories that we just got to share with each other, that you are in better health, that you do have better relationships at home, that you are making more money. For you salon owners that need to, go back to your staff and make the announcement that you no longer run a nonprofit salon, because we need you to be financially successful. But at the same time, we want you to be happy and healthy and growing and loving what you do, where you still have that connection to joy. You still have a connection to why you entered the beauty industry to begin with. And by the way, my message here today is just as much for the salon owners who I know you're wanting to hire our passionate graduates, right? When you see them perform on this stage and you meet them in the hall and you see that energy, you're thinking, I got to get me one of those, right? So yeah, my message is for you, but you know what? My message is also for the 600 future professionals, because we want you to take your time. The salon is going to interview you. We want you to interview them. We want you to go in and ask these questions. What's your culture like? Do people like each other here? Are you having fun every single day? Is that a priority to have fun? Right? Are you making money? Do you have regular positive staff meetings? Could I sit in on your next salon staff meeting before I make a decision as to whether or not I want to work in your salon? Show me your education calendar. What kind of training are you providing for your staff here? So future professionals, take note. I want you to take your time and make sure that you choose the salon that's going to take care of you just as much as I know you're going to bring brilliance and passion to their salon. So ongoing education is such a focus. By the way, a part of that growth, a part of that training is about self-esteem and confidence. Because let me ask you something. Having good self-esteem and having confidence, is that an issue in our industry? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.